Hello everyone, this is Kayla from Crystal Dream Studios, and I'm back! I was on hiatus there for a little bit, so now I'm back with a worthy vlog, so... I'm not gonna get into why I was on hiatus, just not gonna get into that. So, anyway, I was actually requested to make this video vlog from a few friends of mine. They have been struggling with themselves, as we all do in life. Heck, the past 2 weeks I've been struggling. But they wanted to know how I learned to love myself. I mean, I don't pride myself in that fact. I mean, like I said, even I have issues, but I do like to say that I do love myself. So here's my tips on learning to love yourself. Let's get started. First off, improving your inner voice. We all have it. It's the point where we're talking in our own head, basically that monologue that happens like when we're thinking or reading a book or whatever the case may be. How your inner voice sounds is very important. Are you monotone? Are you excited? Are you sad? Now, I'm not saying you should have an inner voice that's top-notch and overly excited. Sorry, that was weird. If you are, congrats. But what I'm talking about is talk to yourself in a way that you would like to be talked to. Generally, this means with kindness and love, and almost like a loving mother to her child, or a lover to their significant other, just as examples. The point is to speak kindly in your mind. Another thing to do is to overcome your negative thoughts about yourself. You telling yourself that you're useless, you're ugly, you're fat, a horrible piece of trash. You're literally bullying yourself. Now, even I have these issues. I mean, even my friends know that I sometimes bully myself, but I ask you, if you were to speak to someone who felt this way about themselves, would you agree with them? Would you be like, hey, yeah, you are pretty trashy and you are fat? I mean, I would hope not. If you do, please don't watch anymore. You don't need, no. Or would you like to tell them that they're beautiful? The same method really applies to yourself. I mean, if you're not going to do that to somebody else, why would you do that to yourself? Don't drag yourself down for your flaws. Instead, find things that you do love about yourself and make light on those things. Or take steps needed to improve on those negative aspects about yourself. Because sometimes we feel like we are not good at anything, so just find something that you would like to be good at and improve on those things. As just an example. You also need to realize that no one, or no thing, is perfect. Perfection is an absolute myth. I'm sorry, but it is. Now, I did make something quite a few mini moons of videos ago about the song Perfect 10, but she's not striving for perfection, she's striving for her own personal perfection, which could be different for everyone, so I just want to point that out, that that's not the same thing as what I'm talking about here. Sorry. But like I said, I've touched on this subject before. Perfection is, like I said, different by everyone's standards, which is why perfection is impossible to strive for. Because what may be perfect for one person may be completely opposite for another. You need to realize that striving for perfection is a sure way to lose, and you need to instead strive for self-love and happiness. So, just kind of keep that in mind. Something else that I've noticed with people who struggle with loving themselves is they have a negative outlook on everything. You give them a good news and they will find something bad about it, 9 times out of 10. The sun may be out and they will be focused on the one cloud that's up in the sky. They may be called beautiful, but they won't believe you because they don't feel that they are. So they think that you're lying. Changing your thought train around to something more positive will definitely help in the path of loving yourself. It does not have to be much. Just enjoy the sunny day as it feels warm and bright on your skin, and don't even worry about the cloud that's up there. If it rains, then dance in it. It's the way I feel about it. Alright, and I touched on this next part a little bit ago. Don't call yourself names. You wouldn't want to call someone you love names, so what makes it any difference if you do it to yourself? If you're trying to love yourself, that requires kind words, not mean ones. That's just kind of common sense there. Another practice may be to write down a list of things that you know you're good at. And if you don't know what those things may be, try out new things. Or ask your friends or loved ones or anyone else that have known you for a little bit of time and ask what they think you're good at. And if you agree, try them again. Or if you don't agree, either way, try those things out to see if you think that you are good at them. The point is to try. Like, I, for one, do not like public speaking. Oh, why not? Wonder why. Anyway, but I'm told that I have a soothing voice, which I have no idea how. I mean, I sound sick, but whatever. I struggle to believe that, as you can tell, but maybe, just maybe, they're right. To them, I come off as comforting and friendly, and that's pretty much what I'm striving for, so, woo! I'll make that my public speaking, I'll just mark down as a good thing and congratulate myself. Yeah! Yee. Anyway. Don't spend time soaking in a negative thought. If you see your brain going down a dark path, direct it elsewhere. Find a song that is soothing, and as you gradually get better, go to a happier song, and so on and so forth. I actually have made myself a playlist set up for just these moments. It usually starts off with something like Imagine Dragons or One Republic, moving on to something like Meghan Trainor or Pink. Strange, I know. Don't judge me, I have a wide set of range of music that I like. But I will continue on to happier, bouncier music till the point where I actually feel better about everything. So, maybe you should do that. Works for me, maybe it'll work for you. Now, these are great tips, but they're easier said than done. Sometimes your mind may just be too sick, and that's where you need to seek out help. A support system of friends and family and loved ones will help you, but don't push anyone's love off because you feel bad. Instead, accept it with open arms, as that is the way of accepting self-love as well. If you're able to accept other people's love for you, you're able to start loving yourself. It took me years to really learn all this. Even to this day, I struggle with self-love. I mean, most of my friends can attest to the fact that I do have my down moments, but that is how relationships are. For anyone or anything, you can't be happy all the time. It is not physically possible to be happy all the time. You need to accept the good with the bad, because that is what love is. Loving yourself is like loving anybody else. There's going to be bad days, there's going to be good days, but you gotta love them anyway with all their faults. I almost said a different word there. My point is, if you want to start loving yourself, I have a task for you. In the comments below, name one thing that you love about yourself, and I also want you to take a look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself that you are amazing and that you love you. Basically, go to yourself and be like, I love you. Without hesitation. Telling yourself I love you may not seem like much, but it is everything. Because saying I love you, saying those 3 words, can change an entire person's outlook. Trust me, I know. Been there, done that. Anyway, I'm rambling. As I've said, leave a comment below. Enjoy the rest of the video. As always, it seems to be my catchphrase. Stay colorful, guys. Bye.